If you're looking for a traditional crochet shawl, this might be exactly what you're looking for. I originally filmed this tutorial back in 2014. Let's just say a lot has changed since then, so I wanted to revive this pattern and tutorial for a couple of reasons. One, the 7-year-old tutorial is a little cringeworthy, and two, the yarn has since been discontinued. But mostly because the original video is so cringeworthy and you deserve an update. The updated version of this shawl is just as beautiful as the original, with a similar texture and a gorgeous look. The step-by-step tutorial is coming up. Peyton's Alpaca Blend yarn has been one of my favorites since it came out. The weight and the texture is really similar to the yarn originally recommended for this pattern, so it's a great new substitute for updating this pattern. Alright, to start this project, make a slip knot and 4 chains. Then find the first chain you made and join with a slip stitch to form a ring. It doesn't look like much now, but if you pull the two sides apart, you can see the center of the ring. Go ahead and stick your finger through the hole and chain 3. Then make 3 double crochet in the center of the ring. The chain 3 counts as a double crochet, by the way. Next, chain 2 and make 4 double crochet in the center of the ring. Now don't worry, we're not actually crocheting in rounds for this project, but we are starting off this way to create the middle of the shawl. So one thing to keep in mind is that the chain 2 at the top here, well, this will be the bottom point of the shawl, and we're going to build on this for every row. Next, chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and turn your work. Then for row 2, make 3 double crochet in the first stitch, the same stitch as the chain, then chain 1, and in the next chain 2 space, make 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet. This is the same pattern you'll work at the bottom point throughout the entire pattern, so you can go ahead and commit this one to memory. Then chain 1, and in the third turning chain, work 4 double crochet. So at the end of your second row, your work will look something like this. Then chain 3, which counts as a stitch, and turn. Now row 3 is really similar to the previous row. We'll start off with 3 double crochet in the first stitch here. Then chain 1, and in the next chain 1 space, work 3 double crochet. Chain 1, and the next chain space is that bottom corner. So remember, work 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Then chain 1, and in the next chain 1 space, work 3 double crochet. Chain 1, and work 4 double crochet in the third turning chain. So that's really all there is to this stitch pattern for this shawl. You'll start and end each row with 4 double crochet. Now remember, the first one, your turning chain, is your stitch, is one of your double crochets. And then for each chain 1 space, you'll work 3 double crochet and have a chain 1 between them. And in that bottom point of the shawl, your stitch pattern will always be 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So the only thing that'll change from one row to the next is the number of chain 1 spaces you'll have. It'll increase by 1 every subsequent row. So you'll keep going with that repeat until your shawl measures about 64 inches wide. Then go ahead and fasten off. And weave in your ends. Now, if you have any questions about the supplies I'm using or any part of the pattern, just check the description for a link to the pattern. You can view it for free on my website, or if you prefer to have a copy in hand to print or save for later, you can pick up the PDF from my shop. There's a link to both options so you can do what works best for you. There's also a link to the original tutorial if you want to have a good laugh and see just how far this channel has come in the last 7 years. There's no way I could have grown this much without your continued support, watching, subscribing, liking the videos, and sharing them with your friends. I appreciate that more than words can describe. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love to have you part of the community here so I can continue to inspire you to make something that'll make you happy. Happy hooking, and I'll see you in the next one.